Hello everybody, this is your boy, the Almighty Green Talents, bringing you a video. And before I begin, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe to the video. On TikTok or YouTube or any of the platforms that is listed on my TikTok channel, please go there and check out each video and check out the content that I made in the past. I've also made videos based on the Super Bowl this past weekend with my Philadelphia Eagles winning 40-22. And this guy has a lot to do, had a whole lot to do with it. So let's jump right into it, shall we? All right, now this guy Kellen Moore has bounced around the league for quite some time, all the way from the college level, which is Boise State, which is where his career began. He was a draft pick by the Detroit Lions, and I think Slay and him were teammates at one point. When they traded away Slay, Kellen Moore was still there, but Kellen Moore didn't play not many downs for Detroit, so he bounced around the league, and he bounced with from Detroit. Then he went to the Dallas Cowboys, where he was a player but retired. And when he retired, he became an assistant coach in Dallas. And I forgot who the head coach was at the time, but he worked his way up the ranks from NFL offensive assistant to the offensive coordinator, and he was offensive coordinator pretty well there. And when he left there, when they fired his head coach, they kept him aboard, and they hired the other coach who recently left this past season from the Dallas Cowboys. I can't think of his name off the back, but anyway, he's no longer there. But he was fired before he was fired, and he wound up going to the San Diego Chargers. Worked out there for one season, and when Jim Harbaugh was hired, he was fired. And when he was fired, the Eagles brought him aboard, and he is a very experienced coordinator. Did real well for the Philadelphia Eagles in the first year. Matter of fact, he led the Eagles to Super Bowl 59 victory. You know what I'm saying? But now, this very moment today, he had just signed a contract to be the New Orleans Saints head coach. Now, this guy runs a very prolific pro-style offense. There's no gimmicks in the offense. There's straight pass, straight runs, all that above. But as you can see his resume right over there, he, as I say, he went to they didn't mention Detroit, but Detroit should have been up there. He was he with the Detroit Lions, like I said, as a player, but they got him listed here as a coach. That's why the Detroit Lions is not mentioned. But he went from Detroit to Dallas Cowboys, and he with Dallas Cowboys from 2019 to 2018. He was the offensive assistant from 2019 to 2022, and became the quarterback coach in 2018. And 2018, he was quarterback coach. 2019, he became the offensive coordinator from 2019-22. Then when he was fired from there, he went to be the offensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Chargers. He did really well with the Chargers. Matter of fact, the Chargers went to the playoffs in his first year as offensive coordinator, but they got kicked out of the I think the Baltimore Ravens beat them season before last, and he was fired from there. And then they hired John Harbaugh this past offseason from the Michigan Wolverines, who has college experience, who had NFL and college experience. He came to the NFL when the Chargers hired him. They fired Kellen Moore. And then Kellen Moore became the Eagles' offensive coordinator in 1 year. And in 1 year, he changed everything around. When the Eagles started putting pieces in place on offense, Kellen Moore came and changed the entire offensive around. Kellen Moore runs a prolific pro-style offense, like I mentioned earlier in this video. Simple runs, simple pass plays, you name it, He did it for the Philadelphia Eagles, and he helped the Eagles win their second Super Bowl in 3 years. I'm sorry, the Eagles' second Super Bowl appearance in 3 years, but their second Super Bowl in 8 years. Let me go ahead and get that correct, because I don't want one jumping on the page saying otherwise. But anyway, now that the Eagles won a Super Bowl and the season officially over, Kellen Moore was hired by the New Orleans Saints as the offensive coordinator. Matter of fact, before the Eagles went to the Super Bowl, actually, when they went to New Orleans, he had a second interview with them. They wouldn't let him out. Well, they had to let him go because, like I said, he was still on the Eagles staff as the play call on offense. So he was there for a little. He put the Saints not once. He put the Saints once when the Eagles were going to do their playoff run. The second time, and when the Eagles went from Philadelphia to the New Orleans Saints. I mean, from to New Orleans. I'm sorry, to New Orleans. And he had a second interview there while the Eagles were going to do their preparations for Super Bowl 59. And now that the Eagles won a Super Bowl, 40-22, that gave him a very impressive resume. His resume is extremely impressive. You look at it. That's Cowboys, the Chargers, Philadelphia Eagles, and the New Orleans Saints. And he was the Cowboys the longest before going to the Chargers for 1 year after being fired, and the Eagles for 1 year after being dismissed by the Chargers. The 1 year with the Philadelphia Eagles where he became offensive coordinator and did a splendid job with the offense. So he goes to a Saints team that has some pieces in place. They got a running back. They got one good wide receiver. They got an offensive line they got to rebuild. And the defense the Saints defense is still in place. It's the offense that needs the help. And that's why he was hired. And I wish Kellen Moore nothing but the best because he helped the Eagles win their first Super Bowl. And he has a Super Bowl ring now to glorify his resume. And I mean, we had our difficulties with Kellen Moore when he first came because we didn't know what to expect. But during the course of the weeks that the Eagles got on the field in week 1 and beat the Green Bay Packers in our first game, we seen what he capable of doing when he runs the offense. He's very healthy in running the football, so the Saints ain't got no issue with that. They got what's the boy name? The running back name for the Saints. We wear number 20. What is his name? Amir, something like that. He has an odd name, but he ain't gonna be the feature runner there. But he's up in age as well. But I picked the Saints to draft a running back to complement his running style, and he'll be a feature back. They need a quarterback as well. So a lot to be said about Kellen Moore. And like I said, I wish him nothing but the best. He did an excellent job when he was with the Philadelphia Eagles, and throughout his years of traveling and bouncing around with 3 different teams before actually settling with one team as head coach. So they say they finalized the deal now. So I expect a news conference between now and Friday. Probably going to be the week before the parade, because I think he's going to be at the parade. I'm quite sure he will. But if he don't, then we know where his mindset really is in getting the coaching staff in order for his for his first coaching run with the Saints. But like I said, so I wish him nothing but the best. Kellen Moore, I thank you. I thank you a lot for helping us win our second Super Bowl in 8 years, our second Super Bowl appearance in 3 years. We thank you very much, man. One love. And we wish, and one day down the road, I'm quite sure the Eagles will be playing you in the near future. So we looking forward to playing you as well as you helping us win our first Super Bowl, our first Super Bowl in 3 years. Our first Super Bowl in 8 years. Our second Super Bowl in 3 years. Peace out, Kellen. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, but if not, peace out, one love, and I'm out of here. Peace.